Now, Rand Water is currently completing its generator installation project aimed at reducing power outages. The rolling blackouts are one of the biggest threats to the stability of Rand Water's networks because this affects continuous water supply to municipalities. Well, let's get an update now of what is the state of play this afternoon from the spokesperson of Rand Water, Makenosi Maroo. Makenosi, good afternoon. Welcome to today. So what's the current status? I mean, with the ongoing load shedding and now Eskom ramping up to stages 5 until 9 o'clock tonight and then stage 6 from 9 o'clock tonight until tomorrow morning.
Good afternoon, Braden, and good afternoon to your viewers. Braden, we have noticed that our reservoir, they are depleting significantly. And also, we experienced power failures at our Sekerbosch purification plant and Ekenhof. I remember I did say in the past that we are in a way exempted from load shedding. But in this case, we had a power trip. So it really affected how we pump water. As a result, we could not supply sufficient water to municipalities. But power has been restored. We are up and running, and we are supplying water and pumping at maximum capacity. However, we are still dependent on Eskom. If there are power failures, there will be problems, obviously, in our system. We are still urging consumers and end users to use water sparingly.
Don't you have generators?
Braden, we do have generators, but remember a plant is quite intensive. So if there is that power trip, for us to have a generator kick in and also to cover all our rainwater sites and systems, it will take a lot of power. We need a lot of power for us. So we are coming up with a generator that will be installed at our power plants, but that doesn't mean we will not experience power outages. As I'm saying, the plant is quite power intensive. So we are still dependent on power suppliers.
Yeah, just wondering, Makenosi, if the bosses at Rand Water have not started thinking how to best mitigate these risks and start maybe installing your own alternative sources of power, like using solar, for example.
We are working on it. We actually finalizing. We are just at the tail end of this project. It's a generator installation project. So it will be at our tertiary stations and also at our primary stations where we purify water. So we will communicate once we have completed the project.
We lost that connection there with Makenosi Maroo, speaking on behalf of Rand Water. Apologies for that, but we get the gist that currently there's a lot of pressure with the ongoing power cuts affecting the operations of Rand Water, pumping facilities, and that their generator capacity is not enough at the moment, and they are looking for more alternative sources of energy going forward. Makenosi, I understand your connection has been re-established. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Brandon.
Okay, we lost you there. So you say you are looking at the way forward, so for alternative sources of energy. But now, as far as today is concerned, I mean, it's been very hot. It's becoming moderate now, but the last 2 weeks we had a heat wave. I'm sure consumption also shot up. That put pressure. But your biggest headache currently will be ensuring a steady, stable supply of electricity.
Definitely, that is our biggest headache at the moment, Braden. But also consumption. Rainwater, we are pumping 5,000 megaliters per day. So that has not changed. In fact, we are even above that figure. So when there are restrictions or there is a flow that is being restricted, it does not mean we have change in terms of what we are supplying per day. We are still supplying that figure of 5,000 megaliters per day. So municipalities are extracting more than we have agreed on because we have an agreement with each and every municipality.
Yeah. So your appeal is for us to use water sparingly?
Yes, that is our appeal. We are continuously asking that we must conserve water, we must use water sparingly.
Yeah. Now, if stage 5 and stage 6 continue beyond tomorrow, there'll be more pressure on your system.
if we experience power trips, because remember there is a difference between load shedding and power trip, as I did indicate the last time, that our primary and secondary pump stations, they are not really affected by load shedding unless we have those outages and those trips there and then.
Okay. Just finally, the level of the reservoirs, the rainwater reservoirs, are they healthy?
No, they are not, Braden. They are not. I'll just give an indication. On the 8th of February, we were sitting at around about 76. That number has declined drastically. We dropped to 63. We went to the 40s. We are pushing the 30s at the moment. We are in the 30s, which is not a good number for us.
Yeah, I mean, on the 8th of January, not February. Eh? I know February starts tomorrow, but you meant no. 8th January.
8th January 2023, beginning of the year.